Warner Bros. Movie World just released a video on social media showing the inside of Scooby Doo Spooky Coaster 3.0. I'm going to break it down scene by scene as I've noticed quite a few things. First, here's the video. Pretty cool finally seeing inside it. The first scene has one of those demon monsters from the Scooby Doo film. This guy here was added in Next Generation and it seems pretty much the same, but I'm happy they at least kept it in. Next we have the room with the moving suits of armor. The movement seems a bit rougher now, and looking back at how they originally moved, they did seem a lot smoother back in the day. I don't remember how they looked during Next Generation, so this may or may not be a new change. Anyhow, next thing I noticed, the axes in the background are moving. I may be wrong, but I don't remember them ever moving like this before. Pretty cool, and gives a lot more kinetic energy to the scene. And finally, the elephant in the room. Yes, there's a screen back there. They kept the first screen that was added in Next Generation. Uh-oh. I'm not surprised, and I'm quite disappointed that the ride will have screens. Looks like most of you were right on the poll I did. Of course, if they implement it properly, it won't be an issue. Let's hope they've learnt from the horrific implementation in Next Generation with those PS2 monsters. Ugh. Next, the torture room. You could also see this in the Knights room. It looks like 3.0 will have new lighting, giving it a red and purple hue. Previously it was much darker and spookier. I actually don't mind this. I think it's more appropriate for a Scooby Doo ride, being slightly more family friendly and less like a ghost train. I know many will disagree with me on that though. Anyway, this room seems pretty much the same as in Next Generation with the spinning monster guy here. Next we can see a spooky hand coming out. This is a new scene which I think will be where the ghoul used to pop out. Based on the design, it looks to be one of the normal pink monsters. Again, based on the monsters from the movie. Doesn't really look like an animatronic, just a static figure that will move out at you. I guess we'll have to see, but I like the idea of having something like this. Next, it's the iconic swinging axe scene. Looks pretty good, and here you can see the new lighting again. Also, if you look far into the background, we can see something new. It's Scooby Doo. He's sitting where the werewolf used to be in the original. Next, we can see him close up in his new spot. Looks pretty good. The head seems to move a lot more than it used to. In the original, he was originally pretty close to the lift. In Next Generation, he was sadly removed from view, but was kept as an Easter egg in the final drop room. If you look to your left, you can see him just sitting there. I'm glad they brought him back properly. Speaking of the final room, in the last clip we can see that the giant head thing from the original is back. Well, kind of. It's not the exact same one, it's just based on the design. Not as good looking and seems a bit wider to me, but I'm happy to at least have this back. And what's that behind it? Screens, uh-oh. Hopefully it's just there to act as the background and not be the main event like it was in Next Generation. Also, it's super hard to see, but zooming in at the bottom we can see the final room. Will it still be Spooky Island? I think so. These kind of look like plants, don't they? That's it for the teaser. I loved seeing it, and I look forward to more hints and teasers as we get closer to the opening, which was recently confirmed to be in December. Lastly though, during my last visit to Movie World, I actually finally saw something. Sitting out behind the building was the crystal disco skull. In Next Generation, this was used during the final scene. I have a feeling it won't be used for 3.0, with the original face returning and with it being so close to opening, but you never know. Hopefully they don't throw it in the tip. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching this little analysis video. It was pretty fun. What do you think about what the video revealed? What do you think of the lighting? How do you feel about the screens? Has the video heightened your hype or curbed it? I'd love to know your thoughts. Stay tuned for more updates on Scooby Doo Spooky Coaster. I'm going to be covering it a lot. Thank you to my YouTube members, the Ogre Bros and the Ogre Sisters, for your kind support. Thank you for watching. Please consider watching another of my videos. I'll be sure to see you there. Have a great rest of your day. Ogre out! Blah, blah, blah.